we also have an exercise whirlpool. So what happens is people come to the pool and they walk around in circles and they make a whirlpool in both directions. And it's a really good, non-impact, low impact exercise. We have night swims. So on Thursday night, we usually have a night swim. We'll open up the pool, $2 to get in, that type of thing. And we also have community. So we have churches come in and they actually sometimes have a free pool day. So what we're talking about is, the discount for getting a pool pass early. So, for example, a family pool pass, and this is all on our website at hcparksandrec.com. A family pass is $225. That's for the, full season. Students are $110, adults are $100, and senior citizens are $94. Then they go up by about $25 and $10. So they're going to go up after March. So if you want to get a pool pass, there's a discount.
We're talking this morning with Aaron Lehman from Homer Center Parks and Recreation and Connie Constantino from Blairsville Parks and Recreation. And Connie, you've got a big part of this equation as well, don't you?
We do. We were pretty excited when Aaron came to our board meeting and gave this spill for Homer Center Parks and Rec and for Blairsville Parks and Rec to get together and offer services. Aaron had also looked at, does Indigo have bus transportation? And they do. Maybe not at the same time, but it is still available. I was very impressed with that he had all of that information there. Homer Center does have the pool. We have the equipment. We offer a weight room. We have a spa. We have tanning. We have all of the, we have the aerobics, like he mentioned, the silver sneakers, which is paid for by different insurance companies, not just the Medicare ones. There are other companies that if you're that age of 20 to 60, that your company might pay for that so that you could just come in and it's free. You swipe your card. So we are going to try to get a program together after January, after the holidays, to see, let's get a discount. You want to use the pool, you can use our weight room, you can use our facilities. We have a lot available in Blairsville, and we're willing to share that. The pool is a big thing that we would like to have. Blairsville did have one. There was an issue. It was closed down, but with what Aaron is offering from Homer Center, we'd love that.
Yeah, it just seems like a natural fit. You're side by side in terms of communities themselves. It's not that far from Blair. What is it, about 16 miles? Less than that.
Yeah, it's probably about
13.
Yeah, 13.
About
13.
Yeah. Something like that, and therefore that means that it's just a short trip. And as you said, Connie, there are all kinds of transportation options to get you there, and you can see this really working. And developing, but that's the next step, isn't it, Aaron? Is actually developing the program, see what works best, what's going to be the best process for getting this to work for both sides, from the Blairsville and the Homer Center side, and so there's still some work to be done there. Yeah.
I think what's going to have to happen is a lot of smaller communities are going to have to join together and get resources together so they can provide a better service for everybody in the different communities. That's what we're looking at. It's a work in progress. Not everything's finalized or anything like that. But, the biggest thing is to tell people that, we will be able to offer, weights and Nautilus, and Blairsville will be able to offer a pool. And that way, we're kind of doing that. And the other thing is this, you can go up, when you go and you buy a pool pass or you buy a pass to the weight room, you're supporting a community. You're supporting a nonprofit. You're supporting people that are trying to make the community better. And if you do that, then, that's just going to help tremendously. And then what we can do is use the money in a way that's going to make it even better. So now we're having solutions as far as, bringing families together at the pool, at the parks, that type of thing. I think another cool thing would be, we could have Blairsville come up and, they could do a pickup game. So on the field or on the court or on the course, it's Blairsville, Homer Center, rivalry, but here might be a way to, get people together and try to, get the students outside of it to have a camaraderie. That would be, just a great thing to see.
Yeah.
And we have the basketball court. We also have a pickleball court and a tennis court. So we could even, if somebody wants to set up a pickleball tournament, we could have that there. I mean, we have a lot of resources in that respect also. So that would be another thing.
Connie, you made a good point, and that is when we think about Parks and Rec, we think older people tend to think, okay, it's my generation. This is what's here for me. Younger people think, all right, this is my generation. This is what's here for me. This brings those two generations together, as well as bringing together the two different functions, the two different offices, if for want of a better term. And so we can see the possibility for sort of melting together all of these different generational things to where people can really learn about each other and learn what one is doing, what the other's doing, and what fun opportunities there are for exercise and for recreation.
You're correct, Todd. I don't see any negatives in this at all. I see only positive things going forward from this. As Aaron said, those two communities, maybe on the fields, there is like a rivalry. But when you get those kids together, there's no rivalry. They're best friends off that field. So I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. We've talked about maybe some fundraising. I do a lot of fundraising for the things that I'm involved with. We talked about maybe a volleyball tournament between the different groups and stuff. It doesn't have to be River Valley per se versus Homer. We could bring in different groups with that. He's talking about the basketball courts, the tennis courts. We have that available at Blairsville. We could do a program where we do weekly, like this week it's here, this week it's there. I can see a lot of things coming from this, and it's all positive, all very positive.
Absolutely. So Aaron, what are people, as we are, 5 days away from Christmas, what are people, should they have on top of their mind right now? You told about pool passes and what great stocking stuffers they should do. As this week comes along and we approach the new year, what are the things we should be looking forward to?
Just what we talked about before is, just trying to figure out how with the Parks Rec Board and our board can get together and we can, give services in a way that's going to, help everybody.
Will it have an official new entity name or
no, we'd still be separate. We'd still be Blairsville and Homer just because of a lot of stuff that we would need to keep it that way.
Sure.
But it's just the fact that Blairsville can, advertise our stuff and we can advertise Blairsville stuff because I think a lot of people don't even know we have a pool. I think a lot of people in Homer City might not know we have a pool. So, now Blairsville will know we have a pool. So if we could do that, and then also, people in Homer City are like, hey, I can go to a weight room and it's down here and I'm supporting a community, or I can go do aerobics down in Blairsville and I could take the bus or I can get a ride, or parents can get a van and, if they have a van, they could drive the kids up to the pool or, vice versa. So, I mean, it's getting, two different resources, two different organizations to work together to make it so it's a better community for everybody.
And we'll get, I'm sure, updated news releases about it and learn more about it as this all develops.
And I'm sure we'll be back on again sometime.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. Connie, one of the interesting things to me is I remember how hard people fought to keep that pool open and how it just couldn't happen. Because of the pool's condition and the amount of money that it would take. There are a lot of people passionate about the pool in the Blairsville community. This gives them an option to get in the water again.
Right. You're definitely right about the passion. I still see on the social media, they'll show pictures of the Blairsville pool and there'll be 200 comments on it.
Yeah.
So that's amazing to me. That I am not from the Blairsville area, so that wasn't something that I did, but my husband is, and he would tell me stories about it. I mean, there are Blairsville pool stories that are just amazing and fun to hear. So I do think this is something to do. I think that the pool, a lot of people have their own pool at this point because that was the only option. But I think that getting together, like you had mentioned, with family, with friends, that's where you create those memories. And the pool has a concession stand. People even talked about frozen zero bars at the Blairsville pool. Those are things
Got to get those in Homer City.
I guess so, yeah.
I think so. I think those are things that we create as rec boards that are those memories. And that's what you want to create. You want memories.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing more and more about this partnership between the Blairsville Parks and Rec and the Homer Center Parks and Rec And who knows, other parks and recs from all around Indiana County might say, hey, it works for them. It might work for us, too. You just never know. It could be the start of a movement here.
That's right. Maybe.
There you go. All right. Well, we appreciate you both coming in to visit with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
All right.
Our pleasure. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160 and AM.